Rock stars, Eric Andreas, your Guitar Sage here, and today I'm going to show you a technique for truly understanding the guitar neck in a very organic way. You don't need very much of at all any music theory to do this. And this is based off of some concepts that I presented to YouTube a couple of months ago on August 25th. As of the making of this video, it's October the 25th. That video has received 250,000 views already, so pretty cool. People really like this idea, so I thought I'd give you some real-world practice to take that technique and bring it into your own playing. If you want to check out that video, it's right here. It's called Know One Scale, Know Them All, and it's the understanding of that basically the same patterns appear all over the neck. So a lot of people will learn different forms, just like I did growing up, different forms of these scales, modes, all the rest. But really, in fact, it's only one scale, and you can figure out how to work that scale in all different ways. Okay, what I mean by that is like the major scale. But alas, I'll leave all that information for that video. You can check that out in just a moment. After this, here I'm going to show you basically an idea that I call lick replication, and it's this idea. You've probably you're keen to the idea, but it's this. Basically, if this is a high E, right, and this is an E, 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 we basically can play this same note all over the fretboard, right? So that's one concept in and of itself, and that's a great thing to know. But unless you can grab this stuff just like that, it's not going to be very helpful. I mean, it'll take a minute or so for you to figure things out if you want to bring it to a different part of the neck. The trick is to be able to do this and to be able to do it right on the fly and be able to do it without thinking too much. I like to start off teaching this method to my students using the pentatonic scale or the blues scale. It will ring true for any lick that you do, okay? But let me show you an example here, okay? So let's say I'm playing this blues lick here that goes, or let's simplify it. Let's go. Okay, I'm just using frets 3 and 5 on strings 2 and 1. Okay. Now the idea is you can take your favorite lick from your whatever artist that you're listening to right now, does not matter, or you can just make something up. But I just took the basic pentatonic scale, the A pentatonic scale. Actually, an A minor pentatonic scale can be found in the free ebook at YourGuitarSage.com. If you'd like to get more information about that, it's free, upper right-hand corner. Once you get to that website, YourGuitarSage.com. All right, so I'm using that basic form here, pentatonic form. And the trick is this. You want to take that bit and you want to go. So you want to move it to the next set of strings. In this case here, I'm on strings 2 and 1, right? So having a little bit of theory knowledge is going to help you, but you don't need it. You can use your ear, or look at the PDF that I've created for you in that ebook. Okay, so you can use your ear by just going search. Just use your ear, just like that. And whatever pattern you're doing on one string, it's going to be the same on another string, the same exact pattern. So if it's so what I'm saying is, relatively speaking, the pattern is exactly the same. Okay, but it's when we're switching strings sometimes that there can be an issue there, right? Because the B string is a little bit out of whack on the guitar, if you will. It's normally the guitar is tuned to perfect fourths, but that one is tuned to a major third, and because of that, we have to compensate for that. So, for instance, if I play this lick where both of these notes, or both of these string notes that we're choosing, are on frets 3 and 5, That's a real easy lick to play. If I move it over here, because that B string is tuned down a half step, I have to compensate and move up a half step. Okay, you probably understand that concept, so we won't take a lot of time with that. Otherwise, it is in that other video as well. So, because of that, I have to compensate. So I can't go, that's gonna sound bad. So I need to go shift, Now, one might ask, well, why would I do this, Eric? Many reasons. One, again, what we're trying to do is we're trying to understand the neck more. I'm doing this constantly, been doing it for over 30 years. I look at the neck and I say, well, how can I understand this better? And this has been a huge concept for me over the years, because if I'm playing a lick in one part of the neck, it may sound totally different in another part of the neck, even though it's the same notes, because of the way that the strings are laid out. So guitarists from the beginning of time have been doing this, but how to get good at it. So how to get good at it is by doing this. So we take that riff and we move it into, now we're on strings 1 and 2, but we're going to move it now to strings 2 and 3. Okay, and here's the deal. You don't have to figure out the whole lick right away. Just figure out the first note, the target note. Make sense? Because the rest will follow. So here we are, strings 2 and 1. Strings 3 and 2. Strings 4 and 3. And lastly, strings 5 and 4. Okay, and so what I'll do is I'll just use this technique when I'm riffing. Sometimes I'll do it when I'm improvising, and other times I'll do it when I'm practicing. Maybe I'm watching TV and I'm just sitting here noodling on the guitar. Other licks are not going to be as friendly as that. Like if we have something that really fits in a particular part of the guitar really well. A lot of folks like Form 1 of the pentatonic scale, as I give you there in that free ebook. And so this is a very common blues lick that goes. So there's a bend in there, there's 2 bends. So in order for us to move that to something else, okay, because there's certain licks that really lend themselves to one part of the neck, or maybe 2 parts of the neck, as opposed to, in this case here, we just did 5 parts of the neck, right? So very important that you understand that even though this concept can be duplicated all over the neck, sometimes it's just not. It just doesn't make any sense, any common sense, fingers-wise. Notes-wise, yeah, the notes can be there. So, for instance, if I took... We've got to find that first note, right? So I'm going to go bend this note. See, now I've got all sorts of wacky stuff going on because I have to think about that compensated B string, right? Because it's tuned to a major third instead of a perfect fourth. So I got, so I might go, and that fingering, I mean, you can see I'm flubbing with it here. Because it's just not, it doesn't feel natural. But here's the deal. Anybody who knows about greatness it's about pushing through stuff that doesn't feel great. Diets don't feel good. Working out doesn't feel good. Well, neither is stretching yourself on the guitar. So don't be a wimp. If this doesn't feel right to you, do it anyways. Otherwise, you're not going to make these, you're not going to bust through. I hear a lot of guitar players, they're like, oh, I'm plateauing. And then I watch what they do, and they just go to the same things all the time. I am preaching to the choir. Anytime I find myself sitting still, it's because I'm going to the same thing every time. I'm not challenging myself to take on something new. So this would be a great example of something to challenge yourself to do this new. Great exercise, great practice technique. So take any lick. It does not matter. Take one note. take 2 notes. Understand the concept first that you would take a note and be able to play it in different parts of the neck. Okay, understand that first, and then add another note. And then take a third note. Take 4 notes. Then start riffing on it. And what this is going to do is it's going to allow your ears to start seeing, you heard me right, it'll allow your ears to start seeing what's happening on the fretboard. Okay? And it's going to allow your eyes to start hearing what's coming out of the speakers, because you're going to be able to say, oh, I know what that feels like, what that looks like. When I'm listening to a guitar player riff, I can usually, especially when we're talking about blues, I know in what area of the neck they're in and what kind of bends they're doing and probably what forms they're using and that sort of thing. Basic ideas of that, because there are certain things that us guitar players grab very quickly and easily and just kind of intuitively. But we want to break out of that to some degree, and these are always good go-tos, right? But we want to be able to break out of that. We want to know the neck more. This practice is going to do it for you. All right, my friends, not only do I have this Your Guitar Sage channel, I also have another channel called YGS Guitar Lessons, where I teach a lot of technique and a lot of theory. I'm also on Facebook and Twitter and all those places where the kids hang out. I do live broadcasts. Try to do them every single Thursday at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. I give stuff away all the time. We've got huge live broadcasts that we typically do once a month. You can check all that out at YourGuitarSage.com/live. Giving away all sorts of great stuff. In fact, coming up November the 4th, 2017, I'll be giving my personal Stratocaster away. This is a custom shop 50s classic. So be giving this away. We give thousands of dollars worth of stuff away every single month. So I want you to join me for that. It's super fun, and you're going to learn a ton, and you're going to win something, all right? So my friends, join me there. I've got a free course for you, YourGuitarSage.com/30. Literally, if you visited me here in Nashville, it's the first 30 lessons that we would go over in the same exact studio with the same exact teacher, with the same exact head, and the same exact guitar. No, it would be a different guitar because I'm giving this one away. Okay, so check that out, YourGuitarSage.com/30. My friends, I'm here for you. Leave your comments below, thumbs up, all that stuff. I want to know how I can help you. Even my haters, even my trolls, leave those comments below because you pump my video up, so do it. I love it. I love you. Friends, as always, be kind to all beings. Don't trust the man, and practice that guitar. I'll see you in the next video.